this world, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect pushing this world with our truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. Hey, another beautiful day to prophesy, man. Right? And what we're seeing right now, as Esau's kingdom begins to crumble and continues to crumble, as we see it imploding from the inside out, we know that a true order, a true righteous kingdom is coming to be established, man. Right? So while Esau is preparing his new world order, we're preparing for a true world. An order is established in righteousness. And underneath it, right? This, all the wickedness that you see taking place on the earth is going to be uprooted and
Chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right, we're in the midst of the least wise judge on the earth. Right? We're washing the earth as a result of having a man who wasn't designed to lead in the first place. Right? His rightful space in the earth is to be in subjection. But when you have the subjects in rulership, this is the result. Right? They get like the quote, right? The monkeys are controlling the zoo right now. You know?
Verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right, so like I said, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. That's why if you have pedos and sex traffickers, dealers in the head of steam, then what's going to be the result of the people, man? Following in lockstep with the men who are in control of this earth right now, man. Yeah.
Verse 3. And a wise king destroyed his people.
An unwise king destroys his people, right? A king who realizes he needs subjects isn't a king, right? Because his kingdom is destined to... You have to have people in slavery capacity, right? That's why we're put here right now as Esau's servants, but he's going to be put under our foot soon come, right? Because we're going to need somebody to build the kingdom. We're not going to do it. You know, he's going to be the one, and the rest of these heathen nations are going to be the ones that are put in that position of building up the agriculture, right? Building up the cities. That's what their lot is going to be during that time of their captivity, right?
Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me hindered, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, of whom old age was spared?
Right. Hey, Esau, either, like I said, he would have been disdained to have them even around his animals, man. Right? Even you look at the design of the courts of Israel, man. Right? They were designed, they were left out amongst the sheep and the goats and the cows and things of that nature, man. Right? But now you can't even trust them to be around any type of animals, man.
Esau's a natural freak, man. Like, they have a natural inclination to pop animals. They got dog brothels over in the UK. You know, they pop the food that we eat. You know, the food that you buy from the supermarket, they didn't probably have their way with, man. So that's why Esau is known as the basis of men, because this nigga, his spirit is not upright in him, man.
Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. That's how the Lord looks at Esau, heathen. Right? He looks at Esau, he said they brayed. If you look at that word braid, you know, animals bray. Right? It says, right, grunt. To braid, cry.
Because Esau looked at this thing like Jacob's the money.
He's the caveman. He's a caveman.
But their whole motto is so easy, a caveman can do.
And you know, you've never seen a black caveman, because that's the one thing they're proud of, is that heritage of that, man.
That's the spirit. I was watching something the other day, and they gave the stink of monkey, and they had white people. And they said, you know, if you start shaving a lot of monkey, skin it looks white. Who does this
speak with their lips. All right, our lips don't look. They call us monkeys, but our lips don't look like.
Our lips are full.
Their lips look exactly like monkey lips. All right.
What about the damn lips?
That too. Yeah. Shit, and this is,
Some of them get tails.
a primitive root to brain as an ant. So Lord, so look at this ant. A grand ant. That's how the Lord looks at the ant. Yeah, exactly.
Motherfuckers on all fours.
That's another good word to pull out because that lets you know this is how from the mindset of the Heavenly Father, He works with you. So the Lord gives you you can read a poem and everybody says, oh, this makes me feel this way, this makes me feel that way. But you really want to know who really what you should feel about that poem, you gotta go to the author. So you go to the author and you read these words, it really lets you know what you feel about that.
Right.
Versus trying to paint. Well, God loves everybody. What scripture is that? God so loved the world. Not that word. This is the word vile in the Hebrew is the Hebrew word naka'ah. To strike, scourge, smite, to smite, drive, be violent. To be so vile, you have to strike. It's not just somebody who's vile that you want to run. No, I got to strike you. Get. That's when that comes.
What was it? Up in the dark ages, they called him the Wild Man.
Beast Man.
Beast
Beast
Man.
Man.
That's the-
Yeah.
You know Jake got that song. Get your ass. When you see something like that, it terrifies you, man. You never seen nothing like this.
If I may ask you to that point, because when you look at the Caucasus region, the Caucasus Mountains, that was the Oscars of the Byzantine Empire. They got pushed all the way out to the Oscars of the Byzantine Empire, and that region where people that are vagabonds live. They're pretty much chased out.
They don't chase it to the mountains. You can't.
Yeah.
Which they felt right at home. Right? Because they go back to Petra.
Yep.
And I saw some research on Petra. They got a lot of javelins that were still unexplored and that were sealed. What would you hide? They're like, no, this like a whole big hidden thing. Lord don't show what it was. But when they got put out, and they like that was very good point, they were pushed out forcefully. And they were pushed in the mountains. They was out there. They were there for the majority of the dark age. Until the Lord allowed them to start to come out of it. Look at some of the old pictures, paintings. You will see Jacob's judges, especially with the wigs that and then you'll see that a lot of the people that they were ministering judgment on were Edomites, right? So it's kind of right now what we do, they flip the script, right? Since people don't go back into antiquity, they go into the artifacts and go to history. And they just read the books. They don't read. Right? All the kings, King Charles, King Louis, to Shakespeare, they all left memoirs. People wrote about other people's time. They all were described as swarthy, all tawny, big nose, big lips. Shakespeare was mad that people called him a little black boy. So how we have one narrative but we see reality, we see fake pictures of this iconoclasm. It's all part of the demise of the history to keep us from not really out.
This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken thyself naked.
Right, this is what we're seeing take place in that transition. The curses that we were under are starting to come upon our enemies.
Verse 37. A little bit more, Lamentations 4 and 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover that
time for something. You know, time of the release, it's captivity, right? So now it's when it's Esau's turn, right?
he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin.
These Edomites are being discovered a hardcore level, all right? And this man is literally being made bare, right? He's going to happen to certain chapters, right? You're drunk here, and shameful spirit, falling on his glory, man. All right, so the Edomite is bareback, bro. Straight up.
Bareback Mountain.
Oh man, I'm talking about every level, man, of debauchery, man. Like you said, the trafficking, the shit that's going on in the churches, who the small hats really are. All right, the shit that's going on in the politics and the government. Hey, it's a fucking madhouse out here, man. So the only thing they got left is to bring forth this civil war that we see brewing up, man.
That's why he's doing it. He's got a full time.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, back up with Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bad. I have uncovered his secret places.
See, I have his secret places, man. We finding out all types of shit, man.
Man.
The alchemy, the witchcraft, the chaldeans, the sorcery, the CERN, you know, this agenda against children, all of this shit, bro.
Shit that David began. Why are you going to the slave days and they'll show you a lot of debauchery that the electrical niggas was talking about
Yeah.
yesterday and certain things. But now it seems like every year it's another report, another book service. Oh, wait, they used to do that too. Oh no, they didn't pick with the people. Oh, they didn't do this. Oh, you start like, man, it's more. The Lord is continually exposing it. It's like, no, the rap sheet is so long. Just, you know how Yahushua said that all his works were done, the earth couldn't contain them in the book.
Right.
And Esau's weakness was really revealed to be the same on the opposite side.
And
It's the antithesis of Yahushua.
And he's still adding to it. Like they brought out how in Memphis, a lot of Jake is going missing because they need that melanin to run them data centers. You know?
It says, his secret, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
So he's totally exposed. And I'm going to add on to what you said about when it comes to his wickedness, right? Joel 22 and 5. Is not thy wickedness great and thy iniquities infinite? Right? So as we said, it's the real no limit soldier, man. Ain't no limit to this nigga, man.
Infinite.
Infinite.
See, you gotta hear a word like that. Like, you gotta understand the Lord. That's why the Lord had to put a cap on Esau. Because we didn't, infinite would be going for eternity. The Lord is not making a wicked soul to live forever and ever and ever in unrighteousness and leadership and rulership over his sons and daughters and over creation. Lord did not create creation to be wicked. Right? He created to be under righteous rulership. Right? And with righteous rulership, when you really guide the evil, there was when King Solomon was the king, there was no major wars. It was it was peace. All right? So you need a righteous ruler to make sure peace is on the earth.
That's why the Lord sent the most on Israel to set up a standard.
Yeah. There's a purpose behind ruling. Esau is just left to his own devices. You see what he's doing. You know, that's why he said he can't allow him just to infinitely rule forever. I got something for you. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. It says, why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? That's what you were saying, because in this devil's mind, he thinks with this transhumanism, he can upload his mind to the consciousness. He can live forever through technology. That's not going to happen. Because if the Lord really allowed him to do that, like you would see like in Black Mirror, where Esau will have control over people's souls, like the last episode, I think it was like season 4, to where it's called Black Museum. They had the Jake as a hologram, and the people will come in and can torture him forever. So he can feel pain, but he can't die. That's the mindset of a devil if you allow him the power of a God.
That's his wicked philosophy. That's his wicked hopes. But he knows how to smash the
That's right. Finish it out. It says the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointing, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their works from us. Because this is why they went and totally disconnected our people from our heritage. So we could never know who we are. We could never figure out who he is. We could never come back to our power. But it wasn't up to him to make that happen. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
That's right. And the Lord's going to have him in a state of ridicule, mockery, because they're foolish. Right? And what, Donald Trump, a couple weeks ago, he was taunting and flaunting about America's greatness on the world stage. And it was like, we made the stuff. We made the stuff. We made computer chip. We made this. We made that. We made this. And everything he mentioned was made by a Jake. And so, but then he put his face on it, like I did this, we did that. We're the power. Don't give me you the usurper of power. You don't have one original bone in your body. All you do is steal. kill. Like the scripture says, steal, kill, and destroy.
That's why the world is to be ruled by wisdom.
Right.
You know? And that's the point. You got that? Yeah, go ahead.
If I can add, because this, what we see is a result of the Most High's ways being moved out the way. And when you allow man to pretty much govern a kingdom, anything goes. And as we saying,
Listen, what we just read with he that's younger than us.
Right.
So who was insignificant, who was small, who was really nothing.
Right.
But now he's ruling. It's another scripture said, the Most High said with the basement.
Deuteronomy, Daniel 4:17.
Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of watchers, the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and sitteth up over the basis of men.
The Lord has set the most basis, the most lowest, the most nasty, the most violent, the most ignorant, the most unpassionate soul. The Lord said, he that is evil to himself, to whom can he do good? He will kill his own people. All right? Just to stay at the top. And this is the beautiful part about the Most High God. The infighting amongst the police is great. Right? They can never be at peace. They can't agree. So you can have 2 or 3 men with a wrong mind. And eventually they're like, look, I'm not going to keep fighting this. We'll come to an agreement. Why? Because there's people that are fighting for us all. But when you're so soft, no, but it's killing you. No, and we're all going to die. That's Esau. That's Esau.
That's Esau. You see that right now on the world stage. But you got to think about it. Ukrainians, Russians, all that. No deal.
That's why, hey, all these Edomite nations are at the verge of nuking each other. And it's the most beautiful story ever right here. He that liveth by the sword shall perish by the sword. So it's beautiful how the Lord is played, like it says in Proverbs 21 and 1, that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. That's all the Lord's operation, man. He got Esau ready to slaughter each other, man. You know? Hey, why did the heathen rage? Just ready. Now all these nations, such as Russia mainly, trying to too, but everybody's fighting for world dominance as if they're the next superpower.
Kind of want it back.
You know? But the head part about it is that, hey, we next. You know? Hey, Esau's the inner world and Jacob's the beginning of the Apollo, man. See? So how the Lord set the script was beautiful, man. You know? You got it.
In Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
See, a government of a prudent man, like you said, man, this earth needs to be ran by the wisdom of the Lord, man.
He said the earth is by prudent man. Here you go, Esau here, giving $20 billion to this country, giving their $1 billion they give to Israel.
Yeah.
But you got homeless motherfuckers on the street. You got Social Security being wiped the fuck out. You got people living paycheck to paycheck. And they was to take all the money that they give these foreign powers and reinvest in their own people, we wouldn't need supercomputer chips from Taiwan and China and these other places. So when the Lord took wisdom, he said, it's understanding and seeing. No, the Most High is hidden from you. Because this is not, it's a wise king will lead the people. He said, the right to serve people should be choice. So the people can't do choice right now because it's wicked.
There's this video that went viral on Instagram. It was this Edomite chick. She was breaking down how the fact that there's a government shutdown, right? We're in the midst of a government shutdown, but they still are allocating billions of dollars to Israel in the midst of the shutdown. So that video had went viral, man. So this shit is crazy.
So here it is. You got thousands of people not getting paid, but then you're sending aid. So they pretty much saying, "Fuck these people over here, man."
When they said, let's make the cities of America target practice training grounds for
Right.
the military, and you didn't get the clue there, you're a fool.
Right.
Come on, man.
They telling you right there that we're waging war with you. You are our target right now. We're not. Our affairs of the city is not our priority. Our priority is making you submit
submit to this new system about the
But Trump said that. He said he wanted to handle the domestic threat here before we go overseas.
And that's bullshit. We already been overseas, which is a lie. We already been overseas. We damn near conquered every motherfucking thing. Out of every single world power that's on this earth, it's under two factions. Either Esau, Edom, under monarchy, Great in America coalition, or Republican company. So it's either Putin company or monarchy company. That's it. It's not one power on the earth not underneath one of them. So now they basically subdue the earth. That's what's going to happen to all kinds of calamities with everybody. Right? They subdue the earth now. Why over in Israel, when they have their own private people, that they say the biggest number one problem that Israelis face is young black youth in America. Who are the young black youth in America? So they're not going to come out and say that they're the Israelites. So they're going to say, hey, they're hurting us over there. How are the young black youth hurt them over there? So now you see why Trump is targeting every single black mayor, which they set up.
Right.
This is all bullshit.
Right.
Right? That's all. Yeah. So they can come over to Chicago and start the Mac. Pretty soon, they are going to do enough to where they're going to piss off enough cookies to where Pookie going to shoot, and this is going to justify them bringing them this. That's exactly
Provocation.
Right now, they're marching peacefully.
It's
Right now, and they're not even showing you all the marching that they're doing. They're marching in Chicago, they're marching in D.C., they're marching in L.A., they're marching in Portland. All right? And they're not just showing you all the stuff that's going down. Why? Because they're trying to control the fall. They're trying to control demolition.
That's exactly what they're doing. Trying to control the demolition. When it comes to these so-called white men, he's always trying to control the narrative, especially on his media. He likes to spin it. This is why they want to control on TikTok and his social media platform, because he can't lie anymore. And there's too many people out with phones now, which is exposing the lies. The deep fake that just took place. All the Ukrainian chick that got exposed, so it's too much exposure going on with CK that got exposed, so he has to control the narrative. Exactly, it's too much. He had the shit in his shirt, shit blow up. It's too much, man. The funeral, all this shit was just weird. Exactly, all of it just weird.
Where the grave at?
And nobody's question.
How a person just got shot and ended up on the Air Force 2 or whatever.
And it was carrying him to the car. It was no blood. But you got shot in the neck and they carry you to the car, you don't see no trail of blood. And he had a white shirt on. Yeah, Pookie gets shot in the street, his blood everything. Come on. So this nigga getting exposed left and right. He's been found out. The scriptures say, I should make this all there. He cannot hide himself, man. He can't hide no more with the controlling the narrative that he's been harmed, trying to play the victim with the small hats. That shit just play out, man. Everybody see that you are the problem, Esau.
Luke 12 and verse 2 in the NLT. The time is coming when everything that is covered up will be revealed.
Read that again.
Luke 12 and 2 in the NLT. The time is coming when everything that is covered up will be revealed.
That's why brothers out there, and myself, make sure you send
Before we
make sure you on your shit. This is the Papa's coming home. Papa's coming to come get his sons. This is the time right now. It was back in the day. You got siblings and shit, and they was acting up. And mom and dad was coming home, and you knew one was about to get in trouble and shit. Man, I ain't got shit to say, man. I'm cool. I'm making sure my shit don't play because I know when that spirit of whoop ass come on, it's on. Let you be able to stick. Nigga, you ain't clean up the garbage. Bring your ass. Oh, damn. I ain't even do nothing. Yes, you did. That's the spirit the Lord's about to put on this earth. Do you understand when the Lord says Psalm 7:11, he's angry with the wicked every day, that the Most High has been pissed off with Esau even from the beginning? He said, we was in a war with Amalek from the beginning. When Amalek went and said, damn, now we ain't gonna fight you straight up. Let him pay. I see that old lady on the wheelchair, get her. You see the other man walking like this, get his ass. You see the kids, he went and attacked the hinder front. That's the spirit that we're dealing with these heathens, man. Don't you know the Most High's been pissed off with them since day? And now when have they ever receded? When have the Principality of the Heavenly Father receded with Esau? It don't until judgment comes. It has to be a judgment and it has to be repercussions. You don't have a judgment that goes down, guess what? The offense is still there. Yeah, and that's why this sense of our respect to the heavens, right? This is taking this note.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which has been is found, and that which is to be has already been. The Most High requireth that which is past.
The Lord required which is past. The elder going into the Lord have forgot about none of the things. Even for us, he forgot what we've done. That's why the elders about the elder. You gotta make sure your shit is on point. You can't be able to tell the brother do this, do that. You on the back end doing the same thing. You gotta make sure you're on point, man. We're a body. That's why the scriptures say what? Be dealing with the Lord respecting our body. This is what making sure accountability, man.
Also, examine yourself daily and see you in the faith. And it has to be all the time. That's why I mentioned it. Because if you're not watching and keeping yourself, like King David said, I keep my sins ever before me, firmly. That means he's in all his judgments, his movement. He also thinks like, I know I done something. We need to think, oh no, I done this. He's thinking about the past, so he don't fuck up again. That's the mindset right now to really be in, because this is the time that we've been waiting for. This is the time that we've been, when we first heard the apostles on down started calling, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, on the biblical Israelites by blood, and that Lord's coming back. Now we're starting to see it's going to come to life. So how much more? How should we move now? No, like the scripture says, how much more as you see the day approaching? Now it's like, oh man, you better be, if you've been in the army or the Marines, the big star general is coming, man, you better have everything pressed, everything clean, everything, no wrinkles, no iron, but straight, the whole nine. I remember one of the brothers said, I was in the military, but I hear the stories from some of the brothers that were, that they'll have a certain CO or some top guy come, and you got to be there on point. Now, he might take his time, he might be talking to somebody, but nigga, you can't move. Nigga, you just can't move. And I remember he said one time, that's the time to fly when you come over there and fuck with a motherfucker and come up with and think you move somebody. Soldier, what are you doing? Let the fight. Let the fight eat you then. Then what the fuck? We gotta be on our best now. We gotta be on our best spiritual behavior. Because the Most High is about to destroy this place. And I'm telling you right now, when you start seeing death, if you haven't seen death come in front of your face, it's still gonna affect you when you see what the Lord is about to do. That's why the Lord said, don't worry about how the wicked is going to be destroyed. Worry about how the righteous is going to be saved. But you're going to start seeing death on the cross. You're going to start seeing the shit that we see in the movies. You're going to see it in real life. All right? And it's going to be a real culture shock to see the judgment of the Lord. Right? If your heart ain't right, your spirit ain't right, then you might fall too. And so this is the time to really be before the Lord. This is the time to really, this last David told me, what if this is the last one? I hope we're going on this side. All right? So this is true. We go home. We're sick and tired. I see, and I'm talking to the elders, men of the Lord, the apostles, and I can see it in their spirit. They're tired. They've been just dredging it, going through these people. They're going to be gracious. They're going to still give you a knowledge. Doing the Isaiah 69. How long, oh Lord? He said, until this place is utterly wasted away. So we got to go be part of the scene. And that's part of the journey too. He said, it's a beautiful thing to see the downfall of the enemy. So we're actually watching Esau's fall, right? Then
That's right.
First and foremost, know that when you do these lessons and teach, we are talking about ourselves too, right? Because we're guilty, right? Now one of us is over here, and that's the one thing I don't hear in these other camps. They act like they're reaching the level of control of being in the world. I'm not, no, nigga. We sinful, man. And hardly do we get so right. We make mistakes. We go off.
Yeah.
All right? Thoughts be wicked. Now the difference is we reject the shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, oh, be safe. Goddamn mouth. Fuck. We fight it. But if you don't acknowledge it, then you sit there, you might get caught off guard and be susceptible.
Yeah.
But if you be on top of it, examine yourself. You stay. Paul said, I keep under my pocket. If you go into that Greek words, it's like accusing us, like the people that's over there, all right? He said, I keep you being buffed at you, black and blue. That's how you're supposed to stay on your flesh. When you don't keep yourself under subjection, you leave yourself open, all right? Open to whatever.
You don't want to
Because in that verse, when you look at it in a different version, I believe the NIV, pretty much he said he treats his flesh like a slave, like he has to keep it in subjection. You know, because if not, like you said, you're open to any demon hopping on you and making you do. We saw what happened to Alazar. Pegatron. But I wanted to add to you because, like you said, you look at these other camps like IUIC, for example. When they made that AI video, when Yahweh Shai was talking to him, he was like, my chosen one. And they had the 3 come up, and it was like, bro, what are we doing?
Have the kicks flying in the wind? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been and went to New Mexico? Have you ever been over to Italy? Have you want to? We gonna go gallop all over the world? All that.
You perfect, but like brother was saying, you got glasses on in the fucking chariot. What you doing, bro? Like, is that your hairline still going? But you perfect though, right? I got it, bro.
I got you. This is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning of it. And patient in spirit is better than a proud in spirit. And that's the mindset. It's a beautiful thing that we actually get to see the fall of Esau in his kingdom. A lot of people don't even understand what's going on. The only ones who understand what's going on are the Lord, man. And we're seeing the fall, man. All the atrocities, all the things that he was done, and we're seeing the Lord now start to judge this man. And that's beautiful, man. But also the scripture says what? Patience, man. Patience go back to suffering, man. At the end of the day, we still have to go through the suffering of the Yahweh Shai Shai in these last days, man. We're still suffering for the Yahweh Shai Shai sake. And that's part of what? Those who try to the fire, man. And we're trying to be found acceptable in the eyes of Heavenly Father, man. And it says, in the spirit, it says, better than a proud in spirit. Just like the brother Cruz said, man. Because these guys, them guys are proud, man. The Lord has something waiting for them guys, man. They actually think that the Lord's going to pull up on them and have something beautiful for them. Nah, the Lord has destruction laid out for a lot of them guys.
He does have something beautiful. It's a beautiful judgment.
Yeah,
them niggas is wicked, man.
Righteous anger.
So rock 25 and 7. There be 9 things that I have done in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, but he ain't got it. Right? And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. This is the time really be watching what the Lord is doing and be thankful. Because I have a question for all you all and for some. What have you done to be part of this ministry? What have you done to have a chance to make it to the kingdom? What you do?
Forsake the world.
Have
You ain't
faith.
done shit. Because the Lord has put the when we give you the scripture, he said, Lord, you will not have forsaken us.
That's true.
Why he give you that spirit? What have you make him say he's worthy of me? He said, I formed you in the womb. He said, before anything, I thought of it all. He programmed us and designed us to be here right now. He knew what type of spirits he made out of the spirit. But every time I go and ask myself that question, all I see is my sin. And I'm like, damn, Lord, I don't know why you did this. And that keeps me humble. That makes me fight to stay humble. Because I have no legitimate thing that I've done to deserve to be in this thing. So then I make me this is a gift. It's a gift. You know, if the brother came bring me a gift, I'm gonna cherish that. You know what I'm saying? I might not even use that bar soap because I didn't want to use it until that day when I might need to use it to wash my hands. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just something that's special to me. And this ministry is special to me. The knowledge of the Yahweh while y'all shine is special to me. The brotherhood is special to me. Alright? That's what the Lord, he knew what he was making, but we have did nothing. Did not one damn thing to deserve to be standing right here before and fighting for the Most High. So that makes it all the more important. That's why now we sacrifice and give unto the God. Give it. Like what did people say? Lord, I gave my law. And I can say, no, I ain't got that. What we gonna get, Lord?
We ain't done shit. But it's like the elder said, this is a gift. And why you got this gift, you treasure it.
That's when you appreciate something that the Father gives you. You appreciate life. What does Esau appreciate? Being wicked. Oh, he don't appreciate something. He appreciate being wicked. He like to see you fall. He gets off on you dying. He gets off. How would you think you have 100 people see one Israelite slave get burned to death? And then they will fight over the body part. They will fight, say, I want to feed.
Right.
I want this, I want that.
But to add to, this is why we're seeing, because like you said, they're appreciative of what they've done. Now they don't have to hide it. Like we're seeing the rise of these Christian pastors starting to come out. Like the new one I just saw, the nigga said if it wasn't for slavery, we'd be living in a fucking grass hut somewhere in Africa, man. You know?
Knowing damn well it's a lie, and we have private societies wherever we was located. And they love to put up the narrative that we swing from trees.
Yeah.
That we have fucking elephants in our nose and a big ass bowl in the lip like a fucking hammer.
But nigga, when you look at the history, like the Moors, we taught the niggas how to bathe and shit, man. Taught them arithmetic and all that. So it's like, nah.
They bathe now with just water.
Rag.
They don't put no rag on there. They don't put
No soap.
Yeah, but the narrative, like you said, the narrative is this. We civilized you.
Right.
That's
Right.
the big place. This was a damn lie. You know? Hey, prime example. We don't need this dude. Black Wall Street.
Right.
Right? This is one example. We were thriving without these.
Oh, you got like the NBA, Pro League.
Yeah.
We was thriving. Like I said, Black Wall Street, the main one they talk about, but we had plethora.
It's all over.
You know?
That was 40 years. That was only 40 years first. That was only 40 years from segregated from them, and we was already all hospitals, business.
But they know they need it. That's why like you had that white only little cities and towns they made. That shit it died because you need the black dollar. You need Jake.
And you need Jake's ingenuity.
Yeah.
And Jake's the most resilient creature on the planet.
Exactly.
Right? You can put Jake in any adverse situation, he's going to find a way to survive. You can Jake Honus, you just have to go into his encampment, and you got a section here, section there, got this and that.
Right. Right.
We got peanut butter beans,
Yeah, there was a video on Instagram of that. Jake, he built a whole little apartment out of boxes and shit. Had the electricity and everything.
LED TV, play PS5.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, something real quick for y'all, brothers. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Exactly. That movie, myself and other brothers closely grew up for years. Cosmic Slide. The episode where the aliens were coming to get all the black people. Right? But when they were having a council with the president and the top military people and all of that, the woman sitting in the council, she said if we allow the aliens to take all the black people, that'll drop our military. That'll basically destroy the economy.
Everything.
So she was like, we can't allow these aliens to take these black people because we need them.
So now what's going on right now? The immigration crisis.
Yep.
Guess who is the backbone of all of our food supply?
Yep.
Those migrant, so-called illegal immigrant farmers who will come over here and they'll pick this whole tree clean for $5.
Yep.
Now you trying to find a nigga to do that? Trying to find Esau to do it? Trying to get Elon to do it? Moab to do it? They're like, no. So now these farmers are like they crying. They're like, we voted for MAGA, Mr. MAGA, and now we're going to file for bankruptcy this year. Oh, heck, clap for you.
Got what you wanted.
Start complaining of ungodly farmers.
Crops are rotting away because of that. Because of that, crops are literally. I saw a news article on there. Shit is just folding away. Nobody's picking the crops.
See, now we grow a lot of food bugs. We know about right now. We have a whole garden. We used to grow about 40 to 50 different fruits and vegetables. And I need help to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to money to help out. But let's fall off. Then I come out in the back and man, big ass watermelon all eating right in half the cave. And we could just put this up a week sooner. It would be great. Now imagine 3, 4, 50 acres of nothing but row of broccoli, collard, this and that, all sitting there just moving to the fading away. Why? Because your system's powers that be decided to say, hey, we can't have them keep linking. Right? And that's a whole other thing. Right? This earth, this government is so corrupt, and every single is corrupt from the root to the tutor. Every foundation, like this is the other foundations of the earth are out of course. You will actually you need to eat the same set of food, Esau.
Right.
Why are you putting chemtrails in there that's going to put chemicals in the same food you eat? You putting the 5G, the 6G, and the 7G towers everywhere. That radiation is fucking with you. Oh, I got some medicine, I got concoction that make me safe.
Right.
They're fucking up your own food supply. You're fucking up your own water. You're fucking up your own air. Right?
Say, unwise king destroys the people.
And yourself.
Yeah.
If you destroy your people, you can destroy your subjects.
Yeah. They're a part of your body.
Then you're going to kill your bottom line. That was even in the fourth Chrysler. How do you say I'm going to take 7.5 billion people to kill them? 7.5, they said they want to reduce the population to 500,000. What the hell? Are you serious? That's the mindset of Esau.
How the fuck you know the war is popular?
Yeah, when you ain't even been all the way. Oh, right.
The beautiful thing is you go scientific experiment, you go look up every single landmass of all the landmass, and you add that up. Then you go up to all the people, divide the people by the landmass. I did this years ago. Every single person will have at least two acres by themselves.
Damn.
But they say that there's a shortage. That's not.
Clever wrong bullshit, man.
Right. And then when we say 2 acres by themselves, that means it's a child of everybody. But guess what? Everybody, that's a family that hasn't been split out there. It's overwhelming abundance of land. You take a plane, you fly, you see nothing but this land. But we're overcrowded. If you've been overseas, you see nothing but land. Islands, everything. Alright? So we're overcrowded. Lies. But see, that's all part of it. It's all part of the job. If you concentrate a whole bunch of people in one small area, you can have a million people in this one area and just have 10,000 people control and vex them and make sure they all stay docile. It's a military might.
Yeah. That's for them to get money. I'd appreciate it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 9. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. So, the earth is for mankind, you know? But these fucking devils then went and took everything to themselves, man. You know, because I seen an article me and the brother that went into about any unoccupied land that Esau has not been able to get, he views as unprofitable because he hasn't been able to make money off of it. This is why that capitalist mindset he put across the world, he has went and monetized everything. So anything, whether it's land, people, a trade, whatever, if he can't put his hands in it, then he either corrupts it or gets rid of it. All things to himself.
People, things, man, he wants to assume everything. He wants to, well, that was part of his blessing.
Yeah.
Right? To get the glory of the earth right now. Oil right now. But it's running out.
Yeah.
And it's time is running out.
Because if you look at all the nations specialized in, you know, whatever was for them. And so they could intermingle by trade and all that. So he killed all that.
The Lord didn't put all the gold in this earth.
Right.
Put it over here, over here. You got lithium here, got little lithium here, you got this mineral, that.
Salt.
So that's how you have a harmonious multi-society. I got an overabundance of sex. I got an overabundance of this.
Trade. Yeah.
You have good balance of trade. Esau, he cornered every market, right? You hear every couple of years a scandal of some corporate tech giant, like J.P. Morgan, as mentioned earlier, a couple of years back, he got in trouble for manipulating the price of silver. Oh, that's a $5 million fine. That's just, they don't even know as much money. They don't even miss it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this place is so big, man. Like the Lord said, we didn't the days, no. It's not, you do not have the power.
Nope.
I saw Eat Like Cop arresting Jake and just slammed the female down to the ground. You would have thought it was she committed murder over something that didn't even hurt nobody. If she ran a light, if she had an expired tag, that's not a crime. The crime is hurting someone's personal property. But they treat everything as a crime. Even now, to the point where Dictator Trump said to his own military, if you don't agree with what we own, get out of there. I'll lock your ass up, kick your ass out, fire your ass.
People did it last part. That's what they're not telling the majority of the people. Like a day or two ago, we fired a bunch of generals. Now, some of them was probably in the Navy, man. The top generals in the Navy, the military over cyber, a bunch. The list goes on. They got them up out of there, man.
And one of the guys said, Trump, all the retired veterans, there's a lot of veterans that are retired and active that are not down. He signed an oath to the Constitution, and that you are violating the Constitution, and we will defend it. That's why it's going to be military against military. There's going to be a Pope in Charlotte Pope against Charlotte Pope. We might have FBI against FBI. And every action that's down here on earth, there's a division and amongst everything. And most high is using that division to tear all this shit down.
Right, the Lord said,
This book of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth on the swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and his presence and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
The heart is mine, right? And when the Lord starts revealing the power of the Most High, you want to talk about people healing themselves, shitting on themselves. They must see a charity literally. Some of us when we got there right there with heart attacks. Some of the people there right there with wounds. That people crazy.
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Don't get that twisted. You might have Charles full of neighborhoods. Means the neighborhoods is a small city. Guess what you can do for the big acres? Go work that day? Oh no, let's get when he start putting this marching law and the checkpoints and certain areas, you're not going to like you see what ICE is doing now. I saw a video earlier today where ICE was going to try and catch somebody. They did a U-turn and actually hit somebody else car who was minding their business. They hit the car, pulled over, pulled the bitch out of the car and beat her ass and whatever. It's like, that had nothing to do with you. You mad because you hit them by accident and stuff you from whoever you was about to get, so you had to take it out or something. This the mindset.
Nervous today, man.
If I can land back on what you just said, Alder, when they started to enact the ICE arrest in Charlotte, right by where I stay over by Windover, a lot of that area is heavily populated by Northern Kingdom. So what they would have several cop cars lined up to where it was basically like if you were Issachar, you knew not to pass over that street because it was an automatic. They were gonna pull you, and they pulled me. They pulled me and they had got my tags and everything, and then they was just like, all right, you go ahead. But it was the fact of the matter that access, they were pretty much, they had things lined up to where it was like, all right, we'll stop you. We'll make sure that you can't cross over the street. Because once you were to drop over the Windover to the opposite side, there's no more cops because that's your straight Edomite territory. You know?
That's it, and that's really what protecting that area.
Yeah.
And important and all. And Elder Mike said it all the time in Chicago. Where you have Chicago, you have the river, you have a lot of bridges, right? And the bridges really had a certain effect downtown. And we used to say for years before the seats were going out, that if shit hit the fan, they're going to raise the bridges and go wrong. They're right. And guess what happens? You see it or not? That this bridge raised, this bridge raised, this bridge raised. And then once that we couldn't, there wasn't a bridge, they put the dumb salt trucks in the June. Oh, it's not. No, it's not. They're making sure nobody gets paid. They cordoned it all off. And so they isolated it to protect their money. Same thing that Esau's doing. It's supposed to be a hotbed in every area that's not Esau's. Esau's going to cordon off, put few resources in your gates. So if there's few resources, what's the first thing that happens? And in all the scientific tests of what happens when you have a small area with a high concentration of people but a low concentration of resources, they're all going to fight for those resources. And this is what they're trying to do. They want order and chaos to have an excuse to go ahead on and tear the place down. And put that over harsh order, this draconian law, draconian rule. Right? That's what the Lord said the devil's coming down with great wrath. He's coming down with great wrath. That's why it's time right now to say, let me so fake with it. You're not with it, we with it. Right? You want to go ahead, you got it. And what it did also have the mindset of the 7 sons and 2nd Maccabees and the mother. Hey, I'm going to sing with these hands, man. Go ahead and take it. Hey, the Lord going to give them back to you. You know? That's the mindset we should have in this day. Some of us will be martyrs. Some of us will be used as a token of being beheaded or being killed. The majority of this law is going to make it through in the first place. Right? And they're going to be raised up. The dead are going to be raised up first. chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And it says,
Yeah, but that's what's coming. The Walmart, the Costco, your main stores people go to, the Targets, the Sam's, they'll be found empty, man. Because they do experiments on that all the time. They do experiments, what it take, like 3 days?
it takes about 3 days to
Yep, to clear that thing out, man. And they show you the movies. Esau always show you the movies, man. Revelation of the different program. He show you in the movies how when the society collapses, how things is gonna go.
A great example of that movie documentary, what they would call it, American Blackout, came out years ago. It showed that like the first couple days when all the grid shut down, everybody was partying, acting like it was cool. But then after about a week, they saw shit was not going back to normal. That's when people started bugging out, robbing the store, killing each other, raping women. All it got crazy, man.
This clear as day, this is thing that's getting closer and closer to the Lord's return.
Verse 23, 2 Aaron chapter 6, verse 23. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which even every man heareth. They shall be suddenly afraid.
Yep.
And this is 2 Aaron chapter 6, verse 23. And it says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which even every
Anti the trumpet, that's the prophets. Right. That's the sound of what a war. All right.
it says, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
Yeah, these people hear the sound of the trumpet. They hear what you're saying. They hear these prophecies. They see what's going on in the world.
Right?
Go ahead.
Verse 24. It says, at that time shall friends fight one another like enemies.
Friends. Look, a day or two before y'all was playing basketball, high-fiving, having a good old barbecue. A couple of days later, hey, Nick, like the movie,
Leave the world behind.
Leave the World Behind. It's, hey, Bob, we just get it. They say, hey, bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm wrong. Go ahead and leave right now. 3, that's the old world. Bitch, that was 3 days ago. That was the old world. Bill, I'm telling you right now, you might just want to touch 3, June, and okay, damn, that's the world. Read it again.
God.
That's the hey, Miss Jenkins, can I get a cup of sugar? Sure. Hey, Miss Jenkins, it's about to get grimy.
It says, at that time shall friends fight one another. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Understanding fear.
Yeah. Why is it going to happen? Because it's going to be limited resources. Yeah. You ain't going to have access to your daily necessities like that. It's over, man. Food will be rationed. You ain't going to be able to find water and shit like that. You ain't going to feed your family. So it's going to be a whole totally different type of mindset with people where nobody has access to food and they will eat.
They gonna hop them out of here. Right? That's what we're like, oh, we gotta catch up back. Oh man, let me get that ketchup back, please. Motherfuckers gonna be looking for the little old ass butter. Little thing, motherfuckers be like, that was on the book of Eli. Oh, you got cooked to us?
He came to us and I got, he said, we got me some shampoos. And then little old hotel shampoos. They charge of that, man. They got the wash and hair. She was loving that, man. That's what it's coming to, man. When that day comes, people gonna really be trading little minor things that we look at like it's nothing, man. They be trading that thing. You got mustard. Hey, I give you my baby girl. That's what's
Damn.
good.
That's the time is coming.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna get so, when the Lord said you're gonna snatch in one hand, you're gonna snatch in the other, right? The Lord said you get the women have sodden their children, right? All these women have 679 kids, 7 baby daddies, you know? They gonna start eating them kids, and eventually the older kids gonna start eating that. This about to get burned. This is what we want. And that goes to Esau, that goes to Issachar, that goes to all tribes, all nations. They walk in Fido gonna be walking you, eating you.
Fido might be the old enemy.
Right? Or they gonna be bitten up by the dogs. Because dog food gonna go run out.
God bless. God bless.
It says, it says 2 Aaron chapter 6, verse 24. At that time shall friends
fight one another like enemies. The earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall not stand, in the 3 hours they shall not run.
They said the earth, right? That means it's global.
That's right.
Right? All this, Esau's already circumvented the whole earth. This is global now.
It's gonna be a global, just like 2020.
Yeah.
That was a psyop. That was a little preview of things to come. That's why when you read Revelation 3 and 10, it says the hour of temptation should come upon all the world. This is gonna be a global affair. This is not gonna happen in America or in Chicago, LA. It's gonna be in London. It's gonna be in Dubai. It's gonna be everywhere, man. But the Lord has this thing coming, man, and it's already here. Them bringing this the mark of the beast, this beast system, it's already been implemented on the world stage, and that's what they want. This is why they have to, like the devil said, they have to bring order out of the house, man. They have to bring the chaos so they're justified to bring in the order, man.
How many countries, like UK just say how just even go broke. They say you want to go, they're carding, they started card people to go to the grocery store. You going about to give them walking up, excuse me, sir. Yeah, that's your ID. I need my ID to come in? Yes, well, better be digital. What? Oh, you got digital something. You can't come in.
They did, what was it? Yeah, if you ain't had a digital identification, yeah, tip the cash, man. That's called that social credit system that they implemented.
Right.
That's why they said, why do you think all the technocrats is in this administration now, man? Is that pushing for the universal basic income, man? It's no coincidence why the Biden administration was setting up the CBDC, the Fed now. Now you're seeing now in the Trump administration, he was against it. Now he's with it. He was against all of the CBDC now, but now he got the technocrats all in his office. His son-in-law got the 6-6 building in New York. And what are they known for? The architecture. Nothing is a coincidence, man.
Right.
Nothing is coincidence.
Because you got like the other was speaking about the digital ID that's being set up in UK. You know that the 3 unclean frogs that the financial center goes back to that region, the United Kingdom. So you got them talking about how by the end of the year you're gonna have to have the digital ID in order to work. So that implementation is not gonna just take place in one region; it's gonna be going through the entire world.
You see, why not? They started work over there in Europe. They started shutting shit down over there. And eventually, here go America, here go Canada, here come all the other countries following the like shit. They want to make sure they saw numerous their program was not. Those who were not on the program for the last 4 or 5 years, they made sure to get on the program. They go get the crews, or they can take out a guy, and they say, oh, they had an uprising. And then here's some new guy come in, all speaking their language and looking like them. They're being put puppets, pulling strings by some people. Just to do what? With all their implementations. But the Lord said they're going to go all for it.
This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, also the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, some of the world, come upon all the world, all the world,
You can't hide them. You can't go take a plane and say, you know, I'm going to see it. No, you like to do this shit and see it. Well, you know what? I'm going to go to Brazil. And you thought the those who have known that you're going to get caught up in Brazil. Well, I'm going to the Amazon rainforest. Nigga, trying to get to the Amazon rainforest. Did not get that. Right? But the Lord says all the world, he says all the world.
Shit, it's a common country where they don't even let their citizens go in the forest no more.
And they said it's like basically
Congo.
Yeah.
Congo.
how the hell is it? The forest is off limits. Can't track and find you there. They just said now in certain places you can't sleep in your car. So I can pull over on the side of the road because I'm tired. I don't want to crash and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, sleeping in your car, sir. That's against the law, sir. Come on. And I'm taking you in your car, and I just got me a free car because they asked me to sleep in your car.
Just impound that motherfucker.
And you niggas want to stay here.
And they want to script more than just want to stay here. They love to have it so.
No, it's so fucking convoluted. They want the money back. They just gonna be stuff. I mean, bullshit ass game back and forth. Like, we need the Lord. We need the Lord, bro.
We gotta get the Democrats back in.
Right.
Right.
Like, how many more times around the merry-go-round that we gotta do this shit so you niggas see that it's not working, man?
It's all
It's rigged.
like the scriptures speak about in the book of Revelation. There's two horns of the same animal, the beast.
Jake don't see that though. Like what you pointed out earlier, Biden set up what Trump is now using for his term. He literally laid the groundwork, so when Trump came in, he just picked up off where he left off.
Nah, literally. That's this whole government shutdown. When you, I don't know if brother's seen the video of all of these meetings that they've had. When you look at the podium that they have, it says basically it says like the Democrat shutdown. It's like niggas. Y'all are the ones that are in power.
But hold on though. The Congress and the Senate are both Republican majority. So it's the Republicans supposedly who have the majority. And then what the end, all they gotta do is say, hey, we all vote this way. To show you the division and see this is all staged. It's all a charade. See in front of the scenes, you have that's on the left, that's their problem. The other side is on the right, is their problem. That's but behind the scenes, but wait, but behind the scenes, damn, he's got this, damn, he's got that. They still got the division is real, right? Because everybody in Esau, they want to be the man, they want to be the guy. But that I can't be a team player. See, we look at it like when they said this in societies, the men like when they do the TV shows, when they have the men and the bitches on the island, they separate the men and bitches. The bitches, they get together, there's nothing but a cat fight. It's always a problem. But they never get shit done. They end up hungry, and then they gotta have it produced. Alright? The men, they'll posture for a little bit until they all of a sudden get fucking done. You got one of the movies where come out, okay, he looked at okay, you know how they go. You walk down, walk down, you got they don't delegate them amongst themselves just to have a peaceful society, just to have a structural society. That's the good nature of men. Right. But now the Lord has made Esau like women. He said that they're like a lady. They're out of their own belly. They're out of their feelings. They're about their emotions. They're not about wisdom. They're not about knowledge and understanding. They're about their flesh. They're about their belly, desires. So now my desire, he said, desires of Eden, they can have it all. They still want more. But you have everything. But there's something else. What? Eating. Soul. I want it all. It's my money and I want it now. That's real though. That means he got over $1 billion trillion. But guess what he pays this common ass worker? Now, and then guess what the turnover? A high ass turnover, you come get minimum wage. If you in Idaho, that's $7, $8 an hour. You in Chicago, it's $15 an hour. You can't live like that. But guess what? If they incentivize, they'll still be rich. Hey, for every burger you sell, hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming to this all right now. Can I get you a big bag of bread and $4? Yo, the whole mindset will be different. Because, hey, I want you to say, I know I'm getting 6 out of that burger. I get 5 cents out of that fries. I get 10 cents out of that coke. If they serve 25 people that day and get an extra $30, he's still rich. But now I got me a little extra money in my pocket on top of my check. But Esau don't work that way. Esau wants it all. Greed.
That's to show you he's an unwise king. You can bring that up because if you treat your servants like how you just said, hey, they'll go above and beyond for you, man.
And you'll be even more rich.
Exactly.
And they'll be rich too. And they'll be okay. Because even if they did steal a portion and start the whole thing, cool. that opens up the door to the next person. And that's why we had apprenticeships. We had young men who came of age and used to go to their father's business. And if they didn't want to be in their father's business, they're like, Dad, I don't want to be. I don't want to be a sheep. I want to go fight. But they want to be a soldier. But they will think you're a soldier. Oh, but I want to go and be the sword. I can crawl. I can carve. I can engrave. Okay, then I'm going to do an apprenticeship on this. This is master engraver. He'll give his apprenticeship in 7. But when he's done with his apprenticeship, he gets his money, stipend, whatever, and now he can start his own business.
Right.
The Lord had a perfect system. Why you always trying to reinvent the wheel? If they doing it on purpose.
See, the small has to do that within their community. They keep all our laws as far as economic wise amongst them. They tell you, look, this dollar, don't get that shit to them niggas. This is gonna stay within us. They let them know that no. They're born, they already put money up in their account. So that by the time they become of age, they have a bar mitzvah, they already rich. So like they know how to keep it in house. And then when it comes to niggas, all right, you just gotta get it how you live. Quick, man.
That's up real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 10:16. It says, "Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy prince is in the morning." Right, and that goes into Esau, like the brother was doing. Like this man capitalized or used capitalism to try to afford every resource to himself.
Right.
And then give off a little bit to the crumbs to the rest of the peons, right?
Yeah, like some feudal system.
Right.
You got the third down here, the motherfuckers on top looking down at them.
Right. It says right here, verse 17, "Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of noble, and thy princes eat in due season, or spring and not pumpkin." Right, and the elder mentioned King Solomon's reign. King Solomon's reign, who putting his own people on. He wasn't greedy, he wasn't holding everything to himself.
But we tell them Moses.
Yeah.
When they asked everybody, hey, we got to go to this meeting. They got to the point, they want to see the gold. That's enough.
They had to separate because they had so much resources, but imagine they was like, I'm gonna keep on this for ourselves. Our servants, they ain't getting none, nobody else. Like, yo, this in our people to give. Lord, give them people.
Video,
Man, some people, like,
The homeless white guy, he said, "This how I know that y'all are." He was telling me this one thing, like, "This how I know y'all from shit." My people know I'm here, they don't give me nothing. He said, "Y'all don't have anything. Y'all will still always just help us out."
You know, you was sitting out, right now, the people house is on the offer expressway right to all expressway. Jake always been having the but it's always a token ass white woman or white woman right now somebody that come over and get good and they always say, you know why? They get right. We say it all the time. Esau don't go. You go to Esau land, Esau ain't begging Esau because they know Esau ain't gonna get him shit. They'll come over to Jacob and we were like, man, we'll give them our last dollar, our little chain, little something. Yeah. They know that. So they'll come over childhood. That's very good. They know that's the spirit that we got. We got. Matter of fact, we have such love of spirit. The same person who beat us and raped us, robbed us, can just say this like, "Yo, let me give you for this." This one's all we so all African Americans. We're sorry for something. Now moving on to the next agenda, such and such, here we go. And here goes Jake. It's okay. We love you. All right, Bill. He was a good president.
Biden did that before he left. Yeah, you know, sorry for it, for you know, trailer kills and all that. And then, like you said, just, all right, next thing.
And here goes.
I was waiting all my life to hear that. Now we cool.
What the fuck? The Lord said, in order for a There's got to be either blood there. If you stole something, you have to get this much. The Lord had rules for you. Right. You sit there and say, you move my landmark, then you got to replace my landmark.
Exactly.
You can't say, this is a McLaren, right? And you stole my McLaren. So now I'm like, damn, these people stole my McLaren. And then I see you drive past my McLaren. You go with my McLaren. And you say, oh, man. Sorry, I sold you my man. I really understand how wrong I was. Nigga, you still got my car! If you really was sad, you would have gave me the car back and you would have given me an increase on the time I was missing my car.
Actually, I'm pretty sure y'all brother learned that she might be a Jay. Jay Elliott, she be having little classes. Jay, but she be telling like, look, if y'all really sorry, why don't y'all just give everything back to the blacks? They be like, nah. That's showing you they're not sorry for them, man.
Right.
Because when you're really sorry, you're not going to go to the store.
Exactly.
Are we good? Yeah. Anything else? Are we good? And then when you know that they're saying, are we good? Well, no, I'm good. Okay, now we can move forward.
Right.
They're not against the question.
Nah, man.
That's it. And then, matter of fact, like what you wearing, I'm going to get this too.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood is defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Right, so Esau wants to be paid back. When you're done, he's right. When you're done, he has to put stuff out there. That's what my says, prepare slaughter for his children.
Right.
And the bumper. Everything you might see right now is not carrying what you see for this lifetime. But once we say you had a 60-year-old people like right now, you still carrying sin from the early 1900s to the late 1800s, and sin from the early 1700s to the early 1800s to 16, because it follows from that. You got, matter of fact, the proof of that is what pushes the first chapter. Yahushua said the two declarations. Right. That's over a 2,000-year-old hit, a vendetta. That's one of my favorite scriptures. I'm going to bring up. First of all, it's reincarnation. Right. Second of all, it's righteous recompense. If you do some wicked shit, there's a righteous recompense that's has to come. Yahweh, who's the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords, the greatest power of all power. And he does, it's not a petty vendetta. Nigga, you spit the Lord, man. You spit in his face, man. You put a crown of thorns on him, man. You mocked him. Where's your throne now, nigga? Oh, here's this reed, this flimsy little piece of fucking vegetation. When the Lord said, I'm going to rule with iron. Well, with iron. The Lord said, now I'm coming back with them motherfuckers, man. The Lord said he laid his life down. So you got to remember, while they was doing it to him, he said, all right, you I got you. And I guarantee you, when the Lord returns, he's preserved the motherfuckers. Like, they're probably still in the middle. It could be Hex, what's his name? Whatever the fuck. Hexes or whatever his name. And he might be one of them. I'm just man. He's like, no, let us ass have some. Let him do all his pontificating. Let him go ahead and do all his apostles. Let him do all his fucking thing. And the Lord come back and say, remember me? Oh, man, the Lord can show. And the realization that the season's going to have, and the 2/3 are going to have, it's going to be beautiful, man. The vindication of how much you got to try. It's going to be epic. And the vindication of the righteous men and women of the Lord is going to be epic. Right? So we're going to rejoice.
It's Hebrews chapter 9, verse 22. I'll read it in the NLT. It says, in fact, according to the law of Moses, nearly everything was purified with blood. For without shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness. So, like the brother said, the Lord is about man. Just like the brother just brought out in the book of Numbers 35 and 35, man. There's no remission of sin, but by the blood that has to be shed.
See, people don't understand how hurts the wickedness. By me just making this, y'all always know. Did any of y'all have a bully back in that day? So a nemesis back in that day? You still remember that motherfucker today? I still remember this motherfucker. Look at that. I still remember them motherfuckers used to Dion, fat ass, used to tease me and call me young mother in high school. I remember that motherfucker, fat ass nigga. And if he didn't turn repent to the Lord, if he didn't make most like it is fat ass. We don't forget that shit. And it helped change and shape and mold. I remember going to LA for the first time. I'm like 21 years old. I'm kicking it with the league stuff. The hobnob. I can name it up right. I'm kicking up, yeah. And then I see him hang out and one motherfuckers leave. And I'm like, all right, see you later. And the motherfucker's like, we were just kidding. Where the fuck y'all? That the Lord showed me so much in that time, like maybe they would lock that. Have your face, smile on your face, give you a high five, you buy your drink. That don't mean they give a fuck about you, nigga. Don't give your heart to them, they don't deserve you, nigga. And half the time, that's what the Lord do with these women. He said that the sun, the rain, the moon, and this bitch gets someone like that. No, man, fuck that wicked ass bitch, man. Fuck the wicked ass kids, fuck the wicked ass family, fuck the wicked ass job, fuck the wicked ass people. If you don't have the hope for righteousness, that spirit, the spirit of the hell about you, like, fuck you. And that's the right spirit of man. Like Apostle Tar said, I don't give my number out to everybody. Like it's everybody don't deserve your number. Now we don't be coming from that point because we be, fighting you humble. Let me try to be simple. But no, they simply don't deserve you. This type of mindset, this type of action is love. What the fuck have they done to deserve it? If you're not humbling yourself, then I'm not humbling. Lord says same time at the same time. And the Lord can say, no, you humble because I made you. I gave you everything. I need this. And I'm so happy to see it fall. Every city I come to, even in the great Charlotte, I see some places that's for sale or for lease. They rent this place out. How you got all this land and you got and have all this opportunity, but you don't set it up to where everybody can prosper. Only the super people.
That's a fucking the land of opportunity.
Where? Exactly. Where?
I don't know. Every time you walk on the door, like Dylan said, everything's closing up. Everything is shutting down. Which is still we understand.
Oh, South Park.
South Park, yeah.
See, I guarantee you go to South Park. I guarantee you there's going to be a vacant building. There's going to be a store lot that's not being inhabited right now. Now, when they used to do in the affluent areas, they'll put a covenant on there.
Yep.
Open the windows, some fancy shit, so you don't know what's behind it. Like this is fuck. But there's a lot of buildings in Chicago that they put on Chicago. They don't have houses and apartments there, and businesses. It'll be that's the difference in life. If you wouldn't know. You know that's not only going on here in America, but China, and all these other nations. They'll keep building instead of semblance.
Right.
But then the common man can't even afford it. There was a big scandal in Chicago. How we got motherfuckers on Section 8 and buildings their name because the owners are. I don't give a fuck. I want somebody to come. I'll take the cheap money. I just want money in this building. And then we got the uppity people like walking up. Daichi will have 3 kids. Like, what you get from here?
They got them houses.
Yeah.
They got the 4-bedroom houses standing in a nice neighborhood. It's really nice.
And they think that kill a man and elevate the woman, keep the woman over the man. So they'll say, well, I can keep a nigga this round, but fuck that nigga.
That's right.
This is main rah-rah chili.
That's the dollar is mainly coming from her ass too.
Primary asset is
Dollar and the debt mainly coming from ease.
That's why people see her story.
Yes.
Right.
Because see her saying, I don't have any of this to be done. I don't know I'm doing this all by myself. And this
But you,
Right.
you was what the top pay moves? I can do bad all by myself. Well, let's see how that's working out. It fails.
Because you had all of these economists when, like, months prior to when they actually were starting to acknowledge that we were entering into a recession, they were highlighting whenever you start to see blacks entering into the period where they're being fired or they're being furloughed, primarily it was hitting Eve. So that was a telltale sign that not only that Jake was pretty much being put into a position where they had no jobs, but that these matriarchs, because they have no fathers and these women are the ones that are providing for the families, it was going to put them at a disadvantage. And they're saying that this quarter is when that's really going to hit.
It's going to start there. One day he said, it's like, man, they told me to go to school. I wouldn't have to I went got my medical degrees. I write this medical grants. I do all this stuff, and now I got all this debt. Now that I got all this debt, and I'm supposed to, and I'm investing all this to get the job that I want. I can't get the job that I want. And all these tuition loans, student loans, and I'm barely making paycheck to paycheck, and I don't know what I can do different because all my loans are due.
Yep.
And this is the y'all fell for the hope.
Hey, won't you go down and get you for that?
And that's
That's what you get an Israelite when you do it, man. You forsook your household. You basically forsook your household. You forsook your natural course as a woman to chase after a career woman. Where's career woman in the Bible?
that was the trick that the serpent played on Eve, man. Because feminism was the biggest scam that the nigger woman fell for. Because, like you said, feminism told the black woman and the rest of the tribe that feed into that bullshit that your natural role as a woman is oppressive. So you need to free yourself from the oppression of a man to go chase your dream. You know, and they took that hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
Because women have always been jealous of men.
Yeah.
They've been jealous over our autonomy,
Yep.
over our Lord speaks. The Lord says he's providing for us. Now, see, you look at that without wisdom, all women just come as people. But no, Lord doesn't speak to them how the Lord speaks to us. They don't have that discernment, that express communication. The Lord will come differently with men. Now these women lied to you, so we're all equal. Everybody's the same. Now they think they're just jungle by themselves, not understanding the spirit that allows a man to go into the jungle. And the proof is this: when you see all those social media shit, where you got Jake bitch asking another uncle Jake bitch, would rather be an abortion with a bear or with a black man? Oh, I would rather be with a bear because at least I know what the bear can do, but I don't know. I might get raped by this bear will kill you 1,000% time out of 1,000. And the bear will not eat you if he's hungry, but if you trapped in that forest long enough and your period comes and he's hungry, eventually that bear's going to And a bear is different from these other animals. They will eat you alive.
Yeah.
That lion will be nice and suffocate you as you then eat you. Right? But that bear gonna eat you while you still living and we will walk together.
Yeah, I was thinking that, man. That's a fire movie.
And I think that my scene he was tearing his and I think that scripture when he says it's as if I ran from a lion and he got away from the bear and then bear hit your hand on the wall and next thing the serpent hit you. That's what's coming.
When that bear was so fast, man, he was turning. He had to just play dead, man. He was laying on.
You gotta think, a bear's claws are so huge. A small bear, one swipe and you dead.
And contrary to popular belief, bears are fast as hell.
Yeah, they run like
They climb trees.
Yeah.
They can swim.
Yep.
They do all the shit you do and fast. And soon. And
Isaiah 32, verse 11.
Start at verse 2. He'll jump down to verse 11.
Isaiah 32 and 2. And man shall be as a hiding place from the wind.
And a man, as the elder was going to, a man, not a goddamn bear. Read that again.
Not just any man.
Yeah, and not
Man
just
of
any
the Lord.
man, a man of the Lord, man.
Isaiah 32
like
and 2.
linebacker just said, and I was listening to Lady Murray. I said, that guy, the sister has not been having a good one. He was keeping good at it. Look, he has to be saved by a righteous man. Then she wanted to say that because sister don't like her. I said, she already followed you. So whoever she talks to got to be a bitch. And then what two bitches can do? Nothing. They can't procreate. They can't bring forth life. They bring forth what? Death. If you put two females in a slated island, eventually you're gonna have nothing but death. You're gonna have death. Whatever animals are there, that's all gonna be there. Now you put one man with one female, it's gonna be populated, right? You put a man with several females, it's gonna be populated. And fairies run all the time.
Hey. Shit, in one night. In one night. You gonna have a good amount already. Get some watermelon so you can recharge. It's over.
Isaiah 32 and 2.
convert from the temple.
And everything that comes up before it. Right? You want to eat, you need a righteous man. You want to be safe from the ICDMs, you need a righteous man. You need to be safe from the forest or judgment. Don't you know that there's some people that Most High hate and he's going to make them go to the forest or judgment? That's what you know. You got the pestilence, you got to go through the sword, you got to go through the famine and the wild beast and our temptation.
Bro, a woman with no covering at that time, she's gonna crack within the first, not even full day.
They cracking now.
Because look at what everything you just named. Women already can't take pressure. So as things continue to unfold, they're gonna lose. They're gonna run to the first line of security, which is more likely gonna be that chick.
He knew he was strong about it. He knew somebody was wrong. His boss, he knew that the Lord was with him.
And your beauty ain't going to save you.
Nah, hell no.
Them big titties ain't going to save you.
That's gonna be a curse. I did a video on that a couple years ago. All these bad women walking around with these surgeries. It's gonna be a curse from that day. You're gonna be a prime target to get grabbed up and break with them.
And he gonna get so mad when they saw that video and they thought it was real and they saw the BBL. That's gonna be an extra curse. Like, sit my ass off the ass dude. Exactly.
They're gonna pump the hell. They're gonna be pumping.
Ah man, Spain.
I mean, because if you ever felt a good pair of breasts and you feel a bubble between the breasts, it's two different things. That's fake.
Right.
Bullshit.
All hard and shit.
Damn, that's crazy.
And the Lord look at us like cute. I mean, like, oh, cute.
Hey, yo,
How your thigh look like this? All right, this is your thigh.
Looking
But
like
the ass
ants.
look like this.
Look like a damn
Hey,
ant,
look
man.
at this.
Jake just over.
Hey, y'all remember that the hamburger?
Yeah.
That's what
That's
that
wifey.
ass look like. Hamburger, skinny ass man with his big ass hamburger head. That's what they're a big ass booty with a knuckle sticks on it.
Look like that movie, the Pixar movie X.
Being a gym trying to be smart.
Because they gotta do that because if not, the body is gonna be even more disproportionate than it is now, man.
But that stuff that we put up in there, this goes bad.
It
He
rots.
said the smell.
Yeah.
He said the smell of it, with the BBL after a period of time, like stinks. They perfume it. You know, they're gonna have to go get more
It's
surgery.
rotten flesh, yeah.
And then you look at the, how they start leaking and all kind of other shit. Oh man, I've seen they really try to hide the pictures and the females in different conditions. They really got to go through some
Yeah, I remember Nicki Minaj, they had came out a couple of years, shit dropped. And this shit would look like a flat tire on one side, but that shit was nasty. Yeah. But it goes back to when me and bro did the video, that showed you that this the Israelites all over again. This is how they're defacing themselves now. They were doing that back in Rome and Greece. You know?
Isaiah 32 and verse 11. Trouble you women on your knees, and trouble you carelessly. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon loins.
Some people care about themselves. You know what I'm saying? What sin something's going to do things for you? You think you be wicked and God following the way of the Lord, you only hurt yourself. It's like Big Brother when he's good, bro. Why you beating yourself up? Why you beating yourself up? Why the fuck you beating yourself up?
Jump up the first round. Start the first round.
And that's even, going on a spiritual level. Because that shit, it eats up at your inside, which causes that self-hatred. That's why these people get all extremely fat. They down start doing drugs and destroy themselves because the inward man is dead and the outward man is going to by default be destroyed.
Who told you your hair was natural? Who told you that you need a bigger hair?
Right.
Look, you don't know men. I like men are going to say for that. I like a girl with big ass back and I don't mind a girl with a small.
Petite,
I don't
petite
mind.
thin.
Hey, a petite and curvy girl.
Yes.
We call them spinners. Run that.
Call them swimmers.
Hey, but I like the climb trees too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know? And then sometimes if a woman's too overly thick, as long as I don't mind if it's a small one or a thick one or whatever, as long as it's pretty and shapely.
But this is fucking human rights supremacy that destroyed these motherfuckers. It's even men. You got men getting fucking hair transplants, niggas getting fucking extension surgery to make them they short, taller, getting rod surgery to make this shit. Like, yo, it's bugged out, man.
See how it's
A bitch told him.
You see what I'm saying? How would she know what the difference between man
You know what I'm saying? It's a cesspool of destruction, man.
You must get that shit. You must get the Botox.
Right.
and extensions.
Yeah, the fucking fake breasts. All that shit. Now Jake doing shit.
Yeah, it's bleaching their skin.
I had people like that a couple years back, and I knew I heard it, but I saw it in the flesh. Where she, walking the stairs, laid out on the banister, it was extension, blonde extension. But it wasn't as thick and full as she wanted.
Right.
And she was coming to the early 40s, so she was cool with all this extension shit. Young girls do, but all of it, that's the bullshit. Now, then they'll sit there and talk shit about a man, but if I come in there with a toupee, I come in there, but when I come, like, with the movie, and he's like, they're just like, oh, I'm so happy I can do it myself. He took off the hair, they took off the leg, took off the titties, take the hair. Like, let a man go through there. Let a man come up there, man. I look like a swole shit. And then come on here.
And that video,
Get ass kid when Jake done that, man.
Oh, I
can be myself.
Hey, it's a skin of niggas to do that. The cucumber prank. Nigga put the fucking cucumber in his sweatpants, talking to a bitch.
They wait till office, always looking.
Yeah.
We show you the true nature of females. They always act like they ain't about that. And, they're the main one about it. They're the true hot ass. Men see, and then I had an argument with a female not too long ago. He said, all men, it's always going to be pussy. All men, sex. I said, and so every time I can see her and I see girls, I'll ask her, hey, are you only prepared to look like this one? And all my women, even regular men would say no. Right. Because if you're a real man and after you get to real sex, it's more deeper than that. Because if I have a peace of mind laying to your ass, I don't want to fuck that.
Right. That's the spirit of Jake. When it comes to Jake, we hit you about 2-3 times. We already know if we really want to deal with you anyway.
Yeah. What else you got?
We ain't simple like you women think. We hit you a couple times like, all right, she cool. She decent. I can keep her around.
Right.
After that third, second time, we're like, this is my nigga. Hey, you know, shit,
Y'all saw me do it yesterday. The brother saw the phone was ringing.
Right,
I said, I had to put it on me. I'm trying to do this. I'm not answering this at all. I'm not dealing. Because why am I dealing? Because you ain't dealing with me how I want you to do. You ain't, like the scripture says, you have a woman after your own heart, find her not. But if she's not after your heart, what are you going to do? And if you don't do it, you will do it eventually. Because her two colors is going to piss you off. You're like, I can't do it.
But this is everything that we're saying is what these women don't understand. This is why, as we see it today, they have what they call a single epidemic. All these women are wondering, why can't I find a man? Well, we're telling you, if you can't give a man a peace of mind, you can have the best pussy in the world.
That's just him. How about you? That's just him. How about you? Now you just ran from Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Right. Like Cat Williams made that joke. It was like, all right, you saying niggas ain't shit. It's like, no, bitch, niggas that you deal with it because your mind ain't where it's at. Right. You give your pussy to every goddamn nigga you man. And now they got what they wanted, and you're left looking like, oh, why can't I keep a man?
Right.
You know? Right. So going back to what we reading in Isaiah, this is why the vintage of you wanting to be a man, you wanted to go play the field and all that, so now you've done it, you see that the America's falling, now you want to help with it, the black man don't want to deal with you. Hey, passport bros and everything else, we finding out, hey, the nations love us more, so why the fuck I'm gonna deal with that?
When I was talking about this, when I went up to London and he's been overseas, man, it was a whole different world. When I was sitting there, this is my early 30s, man. And I looked like I was in my mid-20s. And I could not keep the women off of me. I don't care what race it was. And it's like, I'm not the hottest nigga in the planet. But guess what? They love niggas.
Yes.
Man, they was sitting like, hey, so where you from? I'm from Chicago. Well, you from the States. And they always have one question. All the Edomites on state ask me the first question. Did you vote for Bush? I'm like, hell no. Did you cool? I was like, that's it? Come on, we cool. And they love us over here. You come over here, they treat you like you the scum of the earth.
But this is why you're seeing an influx of videos coming out of like Japan. I forgot Singapore. There's a bunch of different countries. Thailand. These heathen was like, please come over here, black man. We want you to come over here.
They're actually making it giving incentives for those so-called black men to come over there. Is there any black professionals who was good in chip technology or who good in this particular field? They was giving them extra incentives.
Multiple. They say 4. You get 4 lives. And they cool with it. They share it, bro. Because they know. They know, bro, the nations know the power that the black man holds, the so-called black man holds.
Right. I'm like, hey man, I'll let y'all. And we going Japan, man.
Let's see.
Inside joke, you know, my some of the elder brothers and my group like, man, don't keep fucking with me. I'm going to start GMS Thailand. We're going to keep GMS Taiwan in a minute.
But see, Jake even showing that how Jake is simple because we're surprised over here when Jake talk about going out overseas. We going right to Colombia because they see, all right, also you showing us the streetwalkers. They don't know these actual countries that have women that you can build with. But that just shows you that we are in a worst case scenario over here.
Go to the Philippines and ask when the Filipino woman how much you want. They're not trying to be on that some super white man, but they'll be happy with this man. All right? And they don't care about all this. It's this Western ass mindset, this demonic ass mindset, because it's the children turning things upside down to be esteemed as the Father's slave.
That fame. That fame is coming back. It's happening now, man. You know? See, these women over here in America, they'll try to play Jake like he ain't wanted. But Jake is wanted by the whole world, man.
That's why they want to keep the illusion like that. Like, we need the black woman. No, we don't.
We don't.
Well, see, the men know by nature. That's the reason why we pull back. You know, we got a few Jake that will with that woman because he don't know no better yet, or he's reached a certain age now, where he's afraid. I play softball, and the older men, they'll be like, we'll be like, hey man, let's go roll out the family. Like, man, I'm going ball today, I gotta go roll with the Bible. And we sit there and roll, and then he goes, listen, we're like, and we mock him. You know, we make fun of him. But it is with my man, you know. No, because they don't want to lose the little confidence they got. The men who have confidence in they know the power that men really hold. We're men. We don't have, we ain't going. Bobby, I can be single for a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or a year or 2. Okay? Because somebody gonna throw me a box of money away, and eventually the Lord's gonna give me something. Got it. One hand with the hand.
So Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 19 it says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict you.
Yeah, this verses. And I can undo all of that. No. It's going to turn to our favor.
Right. And I will save her that halted and gather her out that was driven out.
Yeah, we were scattered. You know, that was part of the curses too. Us being scattered amongst the nation, being oppressed, not having any type of security, comfort, no matter where we was at in the world. You know? Yeah.
And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
So when we get put back in our true power, we're gonna have that praise and fame. Look how much on a low level it is now. Right? When it comes to, you know, the adventures of Jake, when it comes to the athletics, like the Olympics. Who dominates the Olympics? Jake is on the world stage, killing everything, right? So imagine when we get put back in the steam of the sons of God, right? We talking about a true high value man. Wait till that time, man.
What's the movie with the Bruce Lee? I think it was Bruce Lee. Whenever they had the pick on the women.
Oh, that was that's
that was copy.
Yeah,
And he was like, I'll take you too, and then Jake, that's his name.
I'll choose more, but I'm kind of I'm tired.
He's like, I need all. I'll take all. I got enough room for you too, baby. Come on. they were the same people today that don't think they were famous back then. Yeah, Jim He was all watching the movie.
Yep.
That's it. That's how we didn't have the money to go to the MMA classes and the kung fu classes. So we would sit there and we would watch him eat. Whatever he did, we was up there trying to emulate it. So we was watching about it. So watching him emulate, they would go outside. So we would try to bust our own head with the motherfucker.
That happened to me.
It happened to us all.
Right past.
Verse 20, Zephaniah 3:20. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gathered you, for I will make you a name and praise among all people of the earth. When I turn
That's
back,
talking about the Israelites, starting with the elect.
right.
That praise and fame is about coming back to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic.
And coupled with that is the realization when they realized that we were the chosen. When they had when they see celebrated with this nigga I had, when I get back to him, that realization, oh man, you talking about, I'm sorry. When anytime somebody bullying somebody, when they found out that bully was that somebody important, the son of somebody important, the child of somebody important, and they know that they really, as soon as they realize,
At what time?
go ahead, get that. Just look at it.
God, Wisdom Psalm chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him.
We standing that boldness right now. You know, I've seen nothing but even like royalty. He needs to walk back to me. Looking like you said, driving the car, driving off. I've seen a lot of fancy cars. Just come up and down here, motorcycles up the country. That restaurant, this one side of that. You know what I'm saying? This like you said, this is a trust fund town. This old money, this old slave money right here that's on all these bricks and all these buildings.
And it says, and afflicted him and made no calculus.
So they don't know who's who. Now think about it. The same people come against the Lord. You got the apostles of Harlem now, right? Some of them men are John the Baptist. Some of them men were Isaiah, Paul, Elijah, King David, and so forth. You're talking about the hierarchy of Israel, the creme de la creme, and we just happen to be part of the truth. The Lord said, I got 7,000, some probably ain't bowed down to my arm. But each one of those men of the Lord, if we prove to be those men of the Lord, are the elite royalty of the power of Hashem Yahshua. When it's revealed the fact that, they walk past and that was the one bit way back that they actually gave us more fame because of the job and what the apostles did. But when they realized, damn, that was the king, that was this guy, or that was that person, the righteous man of the Lord, that shame, that realization, like, God damn, I'm sitting here getting lit for nothing, no reason. It's way out, way wrong. But I offended these men of the Lord. When they really understand the offense, because until you apologize to me, I'm not relinquishing no offense.
It says verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall amaze at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that look for.
Who would imagine that the Lord is going to forgive us by us asking the Lord to forgive us, to repenting and actually start to learn and doing the work? This is part of our salvation right here. They right now don't know. Right now, we're atoning right now before the Esau face. And at the same time, pushing the word of God and condemning this wicked ass place. When they see them, we used to make fun of them. We used to snicker when we walk past them. We used to start shit when we come up, and throw shit at them. Call the police up. Walk down, tell me how this is America. Then we kick you off with this spot, that spot. Say, no, we own all the blocks. This sidewalk's mine. I'll follow it. Get the fuck off my sidewalk. But no, this is public, not right here. This is Make America stuff. Fuck off. All right? That's a payback coming from it.
Yep.
And we had the same problem in Chicago. Where we even had to call what they call code. It was like to the difference of, you see that little small spot between there? It was like, if you were on that side of it, I'll be a lot different trespassing stuff.
Verse 2, or verse 3, with Psalm chapter 5, verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves.
That's the repentance and groaning that the other was talking about. They're gonna know they fucked up. You know, they're gonna have that deep regret. Damn, you know, these are the men of the Lord. You know, these are the people of God. Go ahead.
It says, this was he whom we had sometime in derision.
Yeah, these are the niggas that were talking shit. You know, lying on, scoffing, slandering. All the rant. You know, it's 7 15. Hey, we ain't letting the incredulity of them trouble us, man. You niggas gonna perish. Right. Hey, if you don't believe it was on you, we told you. Right? We pleaded with you. Go ahead.
These that think Jake is dumb, monkeys, all these slanderous things that they're doing since the inception of this Babylonian Drake, man. But guess what?
Well, he requires that with his path, man. Because when you do that, you don't realize that you're disrespecting the Lord and his legacy. So when you mock the men of the Lord, when you mock Israel in general, remember, we're the Lord's, we're the apple of the Lord's eye. So what you're doing is you're mocking the Lord by default, man. Exactly.
They're not thinking about the consequences of their actions.
Yeah.
They don't realize the severity.
So when you disrespect us by default,
If I may add, then we're his inheritance.
exactly.
We're his inheritance. Looking at it, the most times about the violence, man. But the point where
He fools accounted his life madness.
Fucking scoffing. We realize that we were ordained. So you made fun of the. They're gonna feel so stupid if finally get that reward as we have ended up winning the world that number. They're gonna realize that they weren't doing anything.
But even starting on this side of us laboring, like you had made mention, we read Romans the 9th chapter, verse 26. Now we're being acknowledged as the children of the Most High. It's no shadow of a doubt that we are the descendants of the children of Israel.
Yeah.
But now, with all of this information coming out, people still like that's the spirit of evil in these people is all of this information, all of the evidence, all of the proof, the very acts that we're committing, which is a fulfillment of biblical prophecy, people still negate it. So when it really hits, when we get elevated, Lord willing, we're part of the elect, into them chariots, into the fathership, it's gonna be like a damn. Simultaneously salvation, simultaneously missiles and judgment.
They're gonna be looking like in this is how it ends. They saw everybody getting beamed up. It was like you see the missiles coming. So now with the talking about, we're coming to a time to where that I told you so is pretty much about to be on the way. Because we see everything that she was speaking in general, but we can use that for ourselves because everything that we've been saying is coming to pass to the point to where we're not breaking our back trying to make you get it now. So as you see the world the world is beginning to finally go the way that we said, we're withdrawing ourselves to the spirit. So it's like now you have to figure it out. And like you said, when they finally see everything, the correlation of us going up, man, that's going to be the confirmation.
We're here to do a job. Our job is really almost up.
Hey, we're on a contract, in a way. So that contract is bound up. Oh, there you go. So they're about to see.
That's the so right there.
But even before the jab, we was telling people, for going back to the apostles, it's going to be some event.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat,
Yep.
and ye shall be hungry.
Yep.
Behold, my servant shall drink, and ye shall be thirsty.
Yeah, and that took place. Not to cut you off, but that took place in 2020. Brothers weren't worried about jobs.
Facts.
We knew the Lord had our back, man. We wasn't, oh man.
Well, man, we did.
Brothers like me, I was in the medical field. I got up out of there. Because I already knew I wasn't putting my life online for
Facts.
dumb ass shit like that,
Facts.
man. I got up out of there, and the Lord blessed me with a better job, man.
Yeah.
And the Lord was doing that with a lot of brothers facing issues like that.
Yeah.
Because the Lord will always make a way.
So that goes back to what I said. So because we kept our end of the contract and Jacob's trouble, all we're going to have to do is sit back and let the Lord fulfill his end of the contract. Like you say, we're going to eat, we're going to drink, we're going to be married. While you people out here suffering, starving to death, we're going to be laughing at y'all.
Well, it says, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, because everything that we said, Jake had all this ample opportunity to get right, to repent. But they forsook it. They thought it was evil what we were doing. Oh, y'all hate like that faggot nigga we all got to deal with down here. Fucking Sam, man. That nigga, he's gonna be one of the main ones that I'm gonna be looking for in that day to see, like, what he gonna do? Because this nigga that gave us pure hell for years for following what we're doing evil. Yeah, curse the Lord out there.
So now why does every city got a living like that? Every time the men of the Lord went back out, went out for the that demon will come over and vex. The wicked Pharisees will come over, the wicked Sadducees will come over and vex. That wicked ass bitch who got from sand. My socks and socks and when the Spirit of the Lord come out, it brings up the day. When he jumped up the other day, when I first walked up here today, there was someone with I cannot need something to take. He was afraid of saying, right. I'm going to do something. I don't care about this. We attract demons, man. We attract that light. But the Lord does it to expose them and put condemnation in that day. Right? We've been told the truth. Now they heard one of the worst things in this earth. Goes back to the scripture. Some going to get ministry rights or something. Right. If you heard this word and rejected this word, oh, you will get the Lord really got it in. The Lord got it in for you so bad, he wants you to get the first step of salvation. So he can turn his back on you. He said it was better the cookie who's in the hood right now, they never walk past, then watch the video, that might be in he was like, this is a wicked ass nigga. He gonna get fucked up with few spirits. Right. Cookie, that nigga you talking about, he gonna get ministry.
Right. And get a minute. Because, like you said, like, go, you read that again, that William song? If the Lord keep this nigga to where, and all, you know, brothers that have these conference, man, they go, when the Lord allowed us to see the men of the Lord get beat up, man, they're going to be in this mindset you got to read.
Look at Psalm chapter 5, verse 4. Fools counted his life bad. It is in without honor.
Y'all wasting y'all time. Yeah.
We had one dude who was like, where your papers? Where your papers at? Talking about a deal of the drink. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, and really hear you, where your papers at, where your degree at.
Y'all got to be validated by the white man.
White man paperwork?
If it ain't white, it ain't right. Fuck out of here.
It says, how is he numbered among the children of the house by our shop?
Them niggas, man, I used to go goddamn mess with them, get Facebook, false prophet, niggas. Yeah.
Why you so righteous, but you wearing Nike? You wearing Nike?
Anton Davis said, man, y'all dusty, y'all women dusty.
Yeah.
You know, y'all gotta go to the white man's store.
Even though he always called us Carmelites.
Right.
But then the Lord said we're supposed to be, he called us prophets coming in sackcloth. Why you got the $1 million garment on? The Lord said, that will show you someone that's not looking like what the Lord said we're going to look like. that gay
Bro,
apparel.
I was just thinking that.
That's that gay apparel. Man, look, we wearing that's friend, all the part. You remember the old school battles that we had? We were on the Foster Vargas and half.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Halfway forward and said, man, oh no, you know what it was. You know, I remember that. I had a garment like that too.
What's that new friend? It's still around, man.
Y'all know, right? Lamar.
Man down.
That's how you do it. And guess what? That brother got passed out. The happy I was wearing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, it's like you official.
It's a bad spot.
You official now, man.
And wait till we get those real boys.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. And
Starting with that new bike.
it said,
I'm wearing it's actually gold fibers. Red.
it says, how is he numbered among the children of Yahweh Shem Shah?
Man, I done gave my life to Jesus. I was in the church. I never missed a Sunday. But these niggas on the highway screaming at people with the Bible scripture down around talking about being Israelite. Ain't none of these niggas from Israel. Niggas from the hood. He ain't Israelite.
Niggas always want to be a part of something, make themselves attached to something they ain't. This is bad.
Hey, identity crisis, right?
Identity crisis. We done heard it all, man.
Okay.
And it says, and his not among the saints. It says, wherefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined
That's like the
unto
other
us.
The Lord let you get to the doorstep of salvation, and you turn your back. You showed it. I don't want to hear that. And you gonna know, because right before the Lord take your spirit back, He gonna put in your mind that moment you told Him, I'm good.
Yeah.
They say that in the world, right? If Jesus calling you, you gonna answer. When the Lord called out,
And the scripture says,
put him on do not disturb.
The scripture says, wisdom cry from the streets, and others to one of her voice, the chief place of concourse. And that's here all through your major cities.
Right.
Like the elder was talking about before you started camp. Back in the day, you just type in GMS anyway.
That's how I found out.
GMS Charlotte.
Yeah.
GMS Charlotte. You was everywhere.
And that's and that goes back to the talking about order, like you said. It went back to the order. The order was like the Apostle Paul, Augustine. When you first started, you know, YouTube was the truth. Where it started to grow, you started popping up, and we didn't put GMS on it because we didn't want anything else. So we'll put like faith or some kind of spiritual epithet for that. We got to the point where elders didn't know who was who. That's where the Lord sent the apostles. If you're part of Great Millstone, put it in your title, put it in your name. And you meet within a week. It was GMS Charlotte, GMS New Vegas, GMS Chicago, GMS Austin, GMS Dallas, GMS Houston. Then the elders started to have the sign elders to watch the news of the coming. That was the original piece, right? That was John Pastor Shire saying the word and identifying and separating those fake camps and fake prophets, right? Because those solo double bros who just on the perch here fighting about this guy sending you little PTF. And make merchandise of this shit. They start beating out the bullshit. Beating out the team.
Hey, that happened again with the whole affiliate situation.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, it coattails, like the coattails, and said, some of them brothers still may be sincere, but like you said, the separation is still being done. So if you got a lot of these fake fucking brothers that acting like they're part of the fold, and like you said, they're using that for their advantage.
That was the Lord really set pillars trickling on down to the sanctuary
Exactly.
as far as the churches. That's throughout Babylon and throughout various parts of the world. Now you got GMS Mexico,
GMS Holland.
like GMS everywhere.
No.
And we kept sent all over the world to go get it even. The Spirit was like, the Most High started doing the heavy lifting, and it's continuing to do the heavy lifting.
The word is the web search. So we went all throughout the world with it. This is why you see, I don't call that name Yahweh. I'm Yeshua. Yeshua, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yehoshua, whatever. The Son of Righteousness didn't shine on them. That's why Isaiah 60, man. They said, arise and shine, the light has shone upon you. These things still on darkness. The light is right there, but no, they want to stay in that shadow. You know?
It says, and the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us.
Like I said, the Spirit of the Lord has come upon them.
And this is my favorite scripture, John 3:19. This is the condemnation of light coming to the world. Men love darkness rather than light.
Because what we are on here in GMS, we are going exactly by the doctrine that was given by our apostles and elders. Man. Whereas you see the offshoot camps, the different ones started to branch out and do their own things, but the Son of Righteousness isn't shone upon them because it's still smut on their doctrine. Man. You know, there's certain things to where they may have been following that first, but then they started changing.
It's too many grades.
Right.
We come to start our apostle brothers, like my brothers and them. There's no gray areas. There's no gray areas. Revelation 4, you see that amongst a lot of the camps, there's too many gray areas.
Right.
That's why you have amongst the congregation. What are they doing? Window shopping. They're trying to figure out what's the MOTB, Jacob's trouble. Is that real? Is that going to happen? Because they don't have the full understanding of the scripture.
There's too much confusion amongst these other guys.
Back there. Now look at that.
Look, see, look. Go get the sign, man. Get the sign.
All right. I agree. Hey, that's all right. Revelation 14 verse 1. I know, right? He saw us looking.
Got it.
But we sit up there waiting. Like, hey, man, you just do what you do.
Get the sign, bro.
Open up.
That's not his name.
Revelation 14 and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000.
And we almost out of here, brother. Hold that line. Hold the spiritual line. Like you hear Apostle Mark right now. Keep doing what you do. Keep praying. Keep keep fasting periodically. Keep doing discussing. Keep doing this video. Keep living by the law, statutes, commandments, and trusting and ability. You can't get, you can't use. Keep building up the body. Keep getting rid of the fat. And then, like the scripture said, examine your own self. You should be tricked like we went back the other day. Daniel 10 and 12. He said, from the time you chasten yourself and humble yourself before the Lord, you know? Humble yourself inside of the Lord. You will do what? Examine yourself. I can believe or I can pray more. Let me go more charity. Let me go ahead and do this one. Follow the Spirit. All right? Continue to build up the body, man. Continue to build up the spirit. Because until the Lord say, you know, come up hither, you gotta work. And who knows what path the Lord's going to put us on to get, you know, before he comes here. Some of us are going to be on a run. Some of us will be held up at the crib. Some of us will be at a funeral. Right? We don't know. And some of us might be killed. We don't know. Don't worry about it. Follow the Lord. Follow the Lamb. Take whatever the Lord brings you. I guarantee you, we're not going to
He said that. That's the rock 5, strive for the truth unto the death, and the Lord shall fight for you.
And that's one of my favorite scriptures because the Lord is fighting for you. The Lord is before you. Who can be against you?
I am with you, God, mighty man of God.
Revelation 14 and verse 1. The latter having his father's name written in their forehead.
Yeah, father's name written in our forehead, man. That's a what? A mark of exemption, man. All right, we start with this truth, man. 100% complete doctrine. Okay?
And I heard a voice from heaven as a voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sang as it were a new song before the throne, and before the 4 beasts, and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000.
So we don't get too mad when somebody can't get it. They ain't dealing with it, man.
You know, too.
I'm saying that you next to spirit, I'm not this, my God. I'm worried about my own salvation. You go to the Lord, son of a doctor. We good. We something right now. You can't hear this now. He said, my sheep will hear my voice. That means you're not one of us. You have to stop this. Like the scripture say, they plug it up here. So this is not rocket science. It's holy science.
that it will make them a quick understanding. If it's for you, it's going to click like that.
Really, as spiritual, we, as the Lord says, we're doing knowledge. I will come with the sun. The Lord is saying, hear my voice. Exactly. I will come with the sun. So it's good and warm. Yeah. Basically, having you stuff with you eating, good stuff. And the Lord, they don't want something.
But that goes back to what you read in Wisdom of Solomon 5, because the Lord has to give you the spirit to even understand the truth. Because you can hear it, you may even agree with it, but if the Lord ain't with you, it's just going to go in one ear out the other.
Oh yeah, Job 32 and 8. Inspiration is giving the man, they're giving the understanding.
Right.
That's the breath.
The spirit got to be with you, man. And the spirit is with the 144,000. You know, that's why singing the song.
Revelation 14:3, the latter, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High, unto the Lamb.
You got that verse, you really see more likes that man than you see that godly sorrow. So you can come and say, I'm sorry, Lord. You could be saying that shit, that's no you're not. You got man who got that real sorrow, that real contrite spirit, that when you come before the Lord, like the Lord said about the publican, who had all the accolades, who had all the accolades. He said, Lord, I pray to you. And I'm not like this guy over here. You know, but this guy over here can barely lift up his head like the Lord made different spirits, man. Where spirits are real. They ain't got fake shit. They're sorrowful for the shit that they done. Can't even lift the damn feet up. Lord want that type of man. That's the man he can work. That's the man he can shape and mold. That's the man he can trust his kingdom to cure. He's going to be sincere. And he's going to follow this wherever he goes. There's that conniving ass nigga, that cheatful ass nigga, that proud ass nigga. The Most High don't need him. Right? You gotta have the heart of a child. You gotta have a sincere, pure heart. Okay, what did you just bring?
Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb.
And the first fruits goes all the way back to the beginning. This is the Lord set this up from the beginning. All right? The Lord set this up. And the Lord sanctioned this. That's why Lord, he said, I formed thee in the belly. Before you get the second again. Yeah, he said, I knew you. You go back to second chapter, he said, before anything was made, before the chimneys of Zion were hot, before the innumerableness and innumerable that, I made them. He said, he talked about those sons of God he made, right? And he said, and I did it before I did anything I thought of it all. So we were in the framework of the mind of the Lord since the beginning. And the Lord designed us to even be here at this moment, this time, at this day, and have the greatest all this is received from our Heavenly Father. Thousands and thousands and thousands. Holy walk every day. This is an amazing walk every day. An amazing opportunity as in Sirach says, observe the opportunity. But this opportunity to make it. So fuck Esau, fuck Cooper, fuck the heathen. Alright? Let's fight for this salvation. So great for the faith. Fight for that. Let's fight for the Lord to bring us through. Whatever the hell you gotta go through to make it to. Don't worry about your flesh. Don't worry about your children. Don't worry about your woman. Don't worry about your family. Matter of fact, don't worry about anything but obey the Lord to the best of your ability. And if he's with you, you're going to be with you.
And that first, all things shall be added unto you.
So hopefully this is satisfying. All the things
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akakwadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.
From Yashwala.